Alright, so today we're going to talk about decorating your mantle. Most people, when they're decorating their mantle, they will try and put a garland on the top or somewhere in the middle, and the problem is it always kind of falls off. So what we've done here is we've showed you how to secure it by adding a little touch of plywood with a little crown molding on the outside. That is the easiest way that I've found to attach the top to the mantle, and then once you secure the garland itself, it's not going to fall off. So this is the best thing you can do. If you didn't want to do that, you can always attach the garland with little sticky hooks if you want on the back. I find that really is hard to do because the garland is still sitting on the top that way, and it is hard to add things to the back of it. So what we're going to do today is show you how to do a mantle with this piece attached, and it'll be nice and secure, and we'll work from there. I've chosen a nice full garland because I find that a nice full garland, this one is called the anchorage, I find that a nice full garland is the easiest to stick things in. So when you're adding to it, if you have a very open and airy garland, it really is hard to add things to it. A nice full garland has lots of wire in it, so it's easy to attach other things as you're going along, and we're going to make this look nice and full by the time we're done. I'm just taking some of the wired pieces and attaching my garland to the mantle and making sure that it doesn't fall off. The worst thing that you can do is have this thing fall off when you're in the middle of Christmas dinner. And this way, this is going to attach to the mantle and not fall off. So to start this project, the first thing we need to do is pick the things that we're going to stick into the garland. And I've picked one of my favorites is a cedar pick. These are artificial picks that look like they're completely real. And what I want to do with this one is create a center. When I look at the garland, it's got two ends and it's got a center. And by creating a center, we make the inside or the center of the garland look a little bit beefier. And what I'm going to do is cross them like that to create a center. I take them and I just stick them in through into the garland. Spread them out so they look nice and natural. And there we've created the start of our center. For the ends, I've picked a bigger pick, and this one has pine and spruce and cones in it. And that one looks really good, and it beefs up the end. So now I'm just going in from the side, having it hang out probably about 1 to 2 inches over the edge. Let's try that again. And once that's in, I'm just going to take one of the pieces of wired garland that was existing and attach it so it doesn't fall off. And now the end is nice and beefy. And we're going to do the same thing on the other end. Make sure that you fluff your pick or shape your pick to make sure that it's not too condensed. You want it nice and open and full. And now when we stick that in, goes again across. So near the end, hanging out about 2 inches. And with this one, because it's kind of falling down, I'm just going to wrap it around again with another piece of the wire. So now you can see the garland is starting to look a little bit fuller. We've got 2 ends and we've got a center. So now that we've added most of our greens to the garland on the mantle, we can start to spruce it up a little bit. If you like plain and simple, you can leave it like this. If you like glittery, you can add some glitter at this point. And what we've chosen today is just some simple gold poinsettias. If you're picking something that you want to stuff into here, make sure that the wires aren't too long. So I just picked a poinsettia that has a nice short stick on it or a short wire on it so it doesn't get in the way, and it's nice and easy to stick in. So we're just going to add one of the poinsettias here. We're going to add another poinsettia to this end. We're going to add a third here. What I would normally do is maybe add another element or 2, and smaller poinsettias flanking this one would be really nice. So now if we want to add a little more pizzazz, you can any kind of a pick with a little bit of color to it. This is a complementary gold to the one that we're using. And what we're going to do is take these, and now this is getting quite glitzy. Stick them off to the side. And you can do these in any color, champagne or chocolate, red, gold, silver, whatever you like. Now that one's nice and full. And then when we're doing the ends, usually what we do is just repeat the same thing we've done before. So I would just normally repeat those at that point. But if you want to add something a little bit here also, pick to to the bottom, you can do that. Place. The last thing we're going to do is just add a small little element of color. We've already got the gold everywhere else, and we're just going to add these guys to the middles here. Okay, so now that the top of the mantle is done, all we have to do is add elements to the back to make it look nice. You could have a wreath, or if you wanted to, a mirror would look really good, some candles, and we need some height on the side. A lot of times we'll use Christmas trees, vases, something like that. And in our demonstrations that we will show you later on the video, we've done that.